How's it going? Gone here. I need time. We all need time. It's what keeps us living and moving. I love looking at that digital clock in the kitchen for 25 minutes straight, just to get that unique feeling of wasting 25 minutes. 26? Now that's a new record. It's all time and games, but when does Sonic 2 get its time to shine? Never. Sonic the Hedgehog was a big success on the Sega Genesis. Without this blue bastard, Sega wouldn't be on the map next to Nintendo. This game blew up, even if the game was mid at best. People just wanted a similar platformer to Mario on the Genesis. Oh, but this time with the blue rat. Sega cooked and delivered what would become one of gaming's biggest icons. But it wouldn't take long for a sequel to release. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was announced to the public in 1992 with the release date of November 21st worldwide. This was one of the first video games to get a worldwide release date. You could be playing Sonic 2 the same day as it did in Japan. How cool is that? However, Sega went overboard with this one, with a whopping $10 million in a marketing campaign alone. Was it worth it? Probably not. Sonic 2 released in November 1992 with massive success and universal love at launch, with its new features, new levels, new characters and new abilities. This game is still loved 30 years later. Many people choose this one as their go-to 2D Sonic game, but is it really that great? Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Sega Mega Drive. I hate this game for a couple of reasons. Number 1, where the f*** is the blank space in the end of the title from the last game? Number 2, a goddamn fox. I'm seriously shocked Fox never sued Sega. Oh yeah, they have a fox now. Sonic 2 introduced Sonic's first companion and friend, we don't talk about the cartoon and the comic by the way, Miles Prower. What? Lame ass name, let's just call him Tails. Not only Tails runs as fast as Sonic, but his main gimmick is that he can fly using his two tails. And he's also immortal if you're playing solo. Now let's get into Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and how it's just okay. Sonic 2 starts off with Emerald Hill Zone, the green hill zone of Sonic 2. Oh yeah, Robotnik is trying to get his hands on the Chaos Emeralds, which Sonic lost from one game to another. That's weird, reminds me of a certain sci-fi Nintendo IP. Emerald Hill is what you would expect from a first level. Basic enemies, basic terrain, fast as f*** gameplay. This right here is a perfect Sonic level. They're finally learning their ways. I sure hope they don't Wow, they really did it. They went ahead and made a great second zone for Sonic 2. This is unheard of. We had Marble Zone in the last game, which is a bit underrated, not gonna lie. People hate this zone and I get it, it doesn't represent Sonic at all. But I just love playing this as a regular platformer in mind. Really, pick any random platformer and put Marble Zone in there. It would work. Now Chemical Plant Zone is the best zone of the entire game. If Emerald Hill Zone was perfect, this right here is godly. The layout, the music, the obstacles, the visuals, this is just flawless. Except this f***ing hole. I hate this hole. I've fallen here too many times, it shouldn't be too common to fall over. I think I just have bad luck. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. This game introduced an extremely important mechanic that many people probably didn't know it wasn't in Sonic 1. Yes, the spin dash was first introduced in Sonic 2, and it's great to have it here. I think I don't need to explain the spin dash, just crouch and hold B for a moment and then release it to see magic happen. Aquatic Ruin Zone is... well, I don't remember this one. Really, the only thing I recollect about this level is those little water segments and the dart traps. This zone is just not memorable enough to be in the spotlight next to the last two. I'm sorry, but this one is boring as f***. And what about Casino Night Zone? Sure, I approve Casino Night Zone for what it did to the world, but this track isn't all that great. The casino zones from Sonic 1 and 2 are cool looking, but gameplay wise, no. Carnival Night Zone is no doubt the best casino zone of all time, and there's no contest. Unfortunately, it's not in this game, it's in Sonic 3. Hilltop Zone is neat, I guess. I like that part where you have to escape from the lava on the mountain. Pretty cool, but overall, kinda mediocre. Misty Cave Zone, in concept not that great, and playing it even worse. But the fun part is that this zone was supposed to be way better and way bigger, but because of time constraints, we never got this fun secret. Well, until the mobile port by Christian Whitehead. But what secret am I talking about? So, there's this pit full of spikes which I'm always falling in. I hate it. But originally, if you fell into the pit, you would be taken to a new zone. But it was scrapped, with only an unfinished version available on the game's code. But hold on, you can play it now thanks to Sonic 2's mobile port, which to many people is the definitive version to play Sonic 2, and I couldn't agree more. These mobile ports, man, all of them are great. I totally get it why they got the people who made these ports to make Sonic Mania. Christian Whitehead is just amazing. Oil Ocean. Moving on. Metropolis Zone is annoying as f. There's always an enemy everywhere always chasing you, or throwing projectiles from 1000 miles away. It's so irritating. Sky Chase Zone is amazing and really fun, quite possibly the second best zone of the entire game, an actual fun level where it's not a slog to play through. And it's a really rewarding break after Metropolis Zone. That was hell. Wing Fortress Zone, finally something unique for once. This zone happens in a plane. What an awesome idea! I sure hope there isn't any bottomless pits everywhere throughout the level. No comment. The final zone. Finally, it's here. It's Hedgehog Zone. A small zone where you battle a Mecha Sonic, a robotic Sonic that's not Metal Sonic, and then Dr. Eggman, the final boss. And this final boss, I gotta admit, way better than Sonic 1. It's way more challenging and way more cooler. We beat Eggman, the Hedgehog Zone is in shambles, and we finish the game. Oh wait, I didn't collect the Chaos Emeralds? Oh, I must have forgotten them. Well, we gotta do it, right? Collect 50 rings, hit the checkpoint, and then... a station called, and they want you to stop. Not only do we have an horrendous special stage, but Tails is actually irritating the whole time. If you avoid the bombs in front of you, Tails is gonna have a 2-second delay and he's probably gonna explode his face. And then you lose your rings, and then you don't have a Chaos Emerald. Lame. But we all know what happens next. You collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds and you unlock Super Sonic, the Super Saiyan for annoying people. Super Sonic comes in handy when speedrunning the game or just ignoring hazards and enemies, but don't use it on Mystic Cave. If you fall in the pit, it's over, there's nothing you can do. After collecting all the Chaos Emeralds and finishing the game, we got a new ending. Wow, what a difference! This might sound controversial, but Sonic 2 is just okay for me. It's fun when it's fun, but a slog and painful sometimes, and Tails ruined everything. I've always hated this damn fox ever since Sonic 2. But hey, I recommend this game more than Sonic 1, even if I actually preferred Sonic 1 than 2. Sonic 2, in my opinion, is just okay. But you know what it's not okay? I gave Sonic 2 some time where it shouldn't. This space was reserved for metal arms. Maybe next time, honey.